What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we have an Icarus Week 173 update. This week we get this weapon right here, the SMG. We get a assault rifle as well, which is basically the carbon skin to the assault rifle, and so much more. We also speak of some seed changes coming next week. Let's get into it, shall we? Icarus Week 173, the submachine gun and assault rifle. We get some changes this week as well. They've added the new submachine gun, and the assault rifle now is the old carbine. So basically they took the model of the old carbine and made it the assault rifle, retiring the light automatic carbine and making some changes to ammo as well, as we now have 9mm 5.56 and 7.62. The submachine gun uses the 9mm old pistol rounds with a fast rate of fire, while the assault rifle keeps the look of the light automatic carbine and uses the 5.56 rounds at a slower rate of fire, but with a little bit more punch, and negative 75% crit damage as well. Notable improvements this week are as follows. They increased the leniency on the vapor condenser waves, reducing cases of creatures getting stuck and interrupting the flow of the event. So basically, if it is at 10% and there's creatures stuck, instead of fixing that, they basically made it more lenient where the event will go ahead and go to the next stage. And now bees won't follow you forever and ever, and they'll go to a certain range even if they are attacked recently. And they drastically reduce the cost of the plants required for cocoa, wild tea, green tea, coffee, and coffee with cream drinks. So this week they actually did add a new gun. It's called the Submachine Gun. It uses 9mm rounds, or the old pistol rounds, and has a capacity of 20 rounds per clip and a rate of fire of over 400 rounds per minute, and reloads in 3.2 seconds. It does have a slight damage reduced. It does trade in speed and rate of fire bonuses for the slight decrease in reduced damage. And headshots will deliver less damage compared to the assault rifle and slightly less general damage as well. But it does have 3 times the durability of the old assault carbine, and has to be repaired with titanium plate. And if you already had a light automatic carbine, any existing weapons in game will be converted over to submachine guns this update. They also mention an ammo rework. So basically, pistol rounds are now 9mm rounds, rifle rounds are now 7.62 rounds, and assault rifle rounds, which is new, are 5.56. Shotgun shells are now 12 gauge buckshot as well. And they have a little diagram here about the weapons. So basically, the mesh for the light automatic carbine is going to become the assault rifle mesh, which honestly is quite small for assault rifle if you ask me. We also have the submachine gun right here, and they kind of give the details about the submachine gun. It has 25% projectile damage reduction, negative 75% critical damage, which means that you don't get that much critical damage when doing like headshots or hitting critical areas on an enemy. It does have plus 20 ammo capacity and 400 rate of fire and 3.2 second reload, and an attachment slot as well. We no longer have the light automatic carbine, but that's what it was before. It was a 20 capacity, 450 rate of fire, and 3-second reload. And of course, now we have the assault rifle, which is new, and we're going to go into here in a minute, but it is a negative 75% critical damage. Yes, that means that 75% critical damage, you hit a headshot or something like that, it will hit 75% critical damage. It will be 75% less. It only has a 15% ammo capacity and only shoots 300 rounds per minute and takes 3.6 seconds to reload, and has an attachment slot. So let's check all this out, shall we? So we're going to go ahead and notice straight off the bat that in Tier 3, we have the bullet types here, the 9mm rounds, 7.62, and the 5.56 rounds. And we can go ahead and unlock the 5.56 rounds now, and it's in Tier 3 if you're looking at that, just around the semi-automatic pistol and the bolt action rifle. If you've already unlocked the carbine, it is now the submachine gun here in Tier 4. And at the very beginning here, you can also unlock the assault rifle, which is actually quite expensive. It's 10 titanium plate and 15 titanium ingots as well. Hopefully you got your deep veins going. And also we have titanium plate and titanium ingots required now for the submachine gun as well. So we're going to go ahead and make both of these. What we're going to end up doing here is kind of comparing them between the hunting rifle, the trench shotgun, the assault rifle, and the submachine gun, and kind of see how much damage they do per minute. So we're going to shoot rounds for a whole minute and see how much damage we have on a target, just to kind of compare and see how much damage they actually do. Alrighty, so we got all the weapons here that we're going to test. We have the new assault rifle, which is actually not new, and it is the old carbine whatever you want to call it, skin, blueprint, whatever, and there it is. And then we actually do have the new SMG and what it looks like as well. And it's actually not too bad. Looks like an SMG with a clip, as they call it, even though it is a magazine. It's supposed to be a magazine, not clip. They're two different things. I don't know. I don't know guns that well. But so we have the SMG, and we have the new skin for the. Well, I mean, it's the same skin. Basically, it's the assault rifle with the carbine skin. And then we're also going to test out the trench shotgun and the rifle, and we're going to see what does the most damage in 1 minute. So what we're going to end up doing here is we have some targets located right here, and we're going to shoot these targets with bullets. Well, hopefully we shoot them with bullets. We have a stack of bullets for each type here. We have the 7.62 now, the 5.56, the 9mm rounds, and plenty of those, and some 12 gauge slugs. We're going to shoot all these. The slugs are kind of like an armor piercing, but we're not going to really need that, so I'm not worried about it. I don't have any buckshot. I'm not really wanting to make any buckshot right now, but because this took a lot. This actually did take a lot of mats for me to make here on Olympus. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the tried and true hunting rifle. And we're going to shoot for approximately 1 minute. So we're going to bring my phone up here, and I'm going to sit here and shoot for a minute. And I'm going to kind of time lapse it for you guys so it's not so long. But we're going to sit here, and all we're going to do is shoot criticals like we usually do. We could shoot the edge if we wanted to, but we're going to just shoot right dead center into the middle of these targets here. And we're going to see how much damage they do. So if you look right here, these targets have 50,000 HP. So by the end of the minute, we're going to see how much damage was taken off the target. So if we need to use another target, we're going to use the secondary target here. That'll give us 100,000 damage we could do within a minute. Hopefully we could do less than that. We could just keep the one, but we'll see. So we're going to go ahead and start shooting.
Yes, the shooting begins.
And shoot the middle here. And these guns, they are all fully repaired and ready to go. If they don't last a minute, they don't last a minute. So I'll let you know about that. We are going to go ahead. They have no attachments. I took all the attachments off, and no special ammo or anything like that. The only thing that we do have is the reload speed is going to be a little bit faster. We do have some damage increase with pistols and stuff like that. Not shotguns. Just to let you guys know, I'm not going to be able to take those off. Just for the sake of argument, we're going to go ahead and just try this and see if it works. So go ahead and start it up for 1 minute. Of course, you won't be able to see my phone, but I'm going to go ahead and do a stopwatch and go ahead and start shooting here. Oh, there went one target, so that's 50,000 damage. And 1 minute has passed. So about a whole target actually just got destroyed. So it's about 50,000 damage. I'm going to just call it 50,000 damage. Maybe a little bit more, but just for the sake of argument, we're just going to say 50,000. We'll go ahead and make some targets here. Looks like we might need some. All right, so that was the rifle, about 50,000 damage. So it does have a little bit of its durability down here. Didn't go down a lot, but it actually did use a little bit of its durability, maybe a quarter, maybe somewhere around there. And yeah, we didn't use that many bullets either, but I guess we used 60. Technically, it should be like, what, 60 per minute, it says here. So let's go ahead and do the trench shotgun and do its criticals for a minute and do its stopwatch. Starting now. And 1 minute has passed. We destroyed one target and went well below half on the secondary target. So it looks like we did a whopping, we're going to say about 80,000 damage with that gun, which is pretty daggone good, honestly, with the criticals. So let's go ahead and bring up another target here, and we're going to test out the 2 weapons that were added, air quotes, in this update. We're going to use the assault rifle next, and that has the negative 70% critical damage, which means that we're not going to get as much of a critical as we are with the other ones. And let's see how it stacks up as far as durability goes, and see how many targets it takes, or how many targets it can destroy. So, starting now. Good lord. Go ahead and cover that one. Alright, it's been a minute. So it took out 2 targets, so that's 100,000 damage, plus about another 20,000 damage on top of that. So that's 120,000 damage, it seems like. Even with that critical reduction, because this gun does have that critical reduction of 75% critical damage. But my god, the amount of damage it does with the 5.56. The 5.56... apparently it just does insane amounts of damage. 200 per projectile. The 7.62 does 300. 9mm does 150. So, and of course slugs do 350 projectile damage. But my god, we destroyed 2 full signs and almost a half of another sign in just 1 minute, and that didn't even get complete criticals and all that. So, if you're wanting to talk about how much damage you could do in 1 minute, then we're really going to say that so far, out of all 3 of the weapons we've tried, minus this, the SMG, this is by far the most highest damage weapon we have in the game right now, the assault rifle. So, we're going to go ahead and repair this up, and we're going to go ahead and put down 2 more signs here, and we're going to try out the SMG and see how it does. Alright, so now we got the SMG. We got 580 rounds for it, and it also looks like the durability on the assault rifle is pretty good. That is pretty good. We're like a quarter down, it looks like, almost. Roughly. Just like it's got 55,000 damage on it. And the other one's got 15 and 10. So that's pretty good, honestly. It's really a really nice, durable, and high damage weapon, the assault rifle is. So let's try the SMG and see what it's like. We're going to go ahead and reset our clock here, and we'll go ahead and start firing now. Good God, the recoil on that's kind of crazy. Bouncing around like crazy. All right, and it's 1 minute. So I'm gonna guess it's about 100,000 damage. These 2, it's not as good as the assault rifle for sure, and it looks like we used quite a few bullets to do it. The durability is about half almost. So I think out of all the weapons that you want to make now, probably would be the assault rifle for sure. We're gonna do some non-criticals to just see what they do. 60. Let's do that. That's 90. 539. So definitely with the slug. That's a slug weapon, of course. Off to the side. Yeah, just doing some other numbers. Non-protected. Oh, God! Where'd you come from? Good thing I got a creature deterrent right there. Anyway, so yeah, non-criticals, 240, 360, 529. It definitely does more, but of course it's slower. 157. So kind of hope this test kind of shows you a little bit about the power of these new weapons. If we're talking about DPS or damage per minute, right now we're looking at the assault rifle being the highest damage per minute. And that is because it's doing clear 120,000 some damage. The submachine gun's doing 100,000 damage. So that ranks second. Third would be the trench shotgun, and I think that was about 80,000 damage, and then 50,000 damage with the hunting rifle. And these are all without attachments. The only thing I will say is that we are using regular ammo for all this except for the slugs. And the slugs do help a little bit more with penetration. But honestly, I don't think it really matters in this situation because these two weapons that they've added, I want to say added in air quotes, the assault rifle is the same skin as the old carbine, and of course they've added a new skin for the submachine gun. But these two weapons right here are better. Now they are using more ammo, for sure. But they are better, 100%. They do a lot more damage faster, and in my book, more damage faster means it's a better weapon, honestly. Now, yeah, you could probably miss more in the recoil, and it's a little bit harder because if you look, it kind of bounces around quite a bit versus the other ones. See, there's almost like no recoil at all on the shotgun, and on the rifle, there's almost no recoil as well. But there is recoil on the submachine gun, but if you can sit there and kind of keep it straight, look at that. That's insane. Tell us what you think about them below, and if you enjoy the new weapons. So next off, we're going to try out the whole geyser thing and see if we can get it up to around 10% and see if we can get it to go ahead and push stages. So we're going to go ahead and kill some wolfses right now. Oh, that's not good. And see if we can't get it to push stages there. Yay, and we finished. It's a mess because of the storm and all that, but even though all the bear cubs there's actually still bear cubs alive, it is finished, and you can actually go and claim your reward now. Oh, look, and it actually, I don't see what happened. What happened? Did it disappear? I think my vapor tensor disappeared somehow. That's not good. So yeah. But yeah, it does actually push phases now. And it's a little easier to do condensers or vapor condensers or geysers, if you want to call them that, if they are still getting stuck. So if you got animals getting stuck, it's a little bit easier to do them now. So they are having some kind of stream. It's probably over with by now by the time this stream or this video is getting out. So I don't even know if we should mention it. They had a stream. We have a link in the bio or description down below. You can go and check out their stream that they did. Next week, they're also making some seed and farming changes. And I don't know if you'll like them or not, but to kind of get an idea of what they are. Next week, they're going to be making some changes on how you gather and plant your own crops. And they'll have more details to come next week for that. What? You heard right. Yeah, we're going to stream Icarus this Friday. So if you're interested in checking out Icarus and us streaming it for the first time in like 2 months, then don't miss this stream. Or miss it. I mean, it's up to you. And that's going to be it for this video. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Subscribing will get you weekly Icarus update videos just like this one. And the stream this Friday at 9 p.m. Don't forget about that. And hopefully, we'll see you next time. Peace. Ooh. Oh, no. That's not right. Oh. Yep, that's still in the game.